Hello everybody, this is Rebecca Santal. I am a Creative Memories advisor out of Easley, South Carolina. That's in the upstate of South Carolina. Here is my information. I'm not going to be appearing on screen today, but all the information is linked below in the YouTube video for my Creative Memories website, my Facebook page, and my email. Today we are going to be going back to the project recipe booklet, and I think today we're going to work on project recipe number 3. They use the Tropic Time collection in here, but I'm going to use a combination of Birthday Bonanza Fast to Fab paper and the really old Happy Birth Yay. So let's get started. I'm going to do a little bit of alterations on the cutting guides just because some of the papers I have are not full-size papers, or I don't want to use the reverse side like they indicate here, and things like that. So I'll just show you how I make adjustments and use the project recipe as kind of a guide, a starting off point. For instance, I'm going to show you right here that we're not going to need C and D, the 1 inch strips that they call for, because they go at the top of the paper, and I'm going to use this Fast to Fab paper that has, a designer already at the top as my base. So these are going to be my base pages. And it is a little bit wider than 1 inch. It's actually 2 inches. So for this piece here, I already know I'm just going to have 2 vertical photos here, 4x6 photos, and I can tell there's plenty of extra space at the top and the bottom, even with the punch. So I'm gonna shorten that down a little bit so that it doesn't come up on top of my border up here. Instead of doing the 10x6, I'm going to do 9x6 inches, and I'm also going to use a border maker cartridge instead of a border punch here, which will also be a little bit less real estate, a little bit shorter. So let's start. I'm just going to go ahead and start with that piece, since I know that's where I'm going to need to make some punches. And for that, what did I decide I want to use for that? So I've got this kind of chartreuse color, this pink color, and this green designer paper. Excuse me, I was sick several weeks ago, and I've just got this frog in my throat constantly. So I think I'm going to use the green here as this piece. It'll be a good contrast for what we've got going on in the background here. So I'm going to cut that at 9x6 inches twice. And you may have seen before in a past video that I've done that I use my 12-inch trimmer upside down because I'm left-handed, and I like to be able to use my left hand as my cutting hand and to use my right hand where I've got the most, where I can hold it down on the most real estate of my cutter. Get this out of the way. So we're going to pull out the arm and make our, before I make the 6-inch cut, I'm going to go ahead and cut the 3 inches off, because I can use that at a later time. I'll cut that up. Now I will make my 6-inch cut, and I will have my 2 9x6 pieces. And then I'm just going to set my trimmer aside and go ahead and cut the top of this, because that's what's in my head right now, and I just want to lay it on the paper and see how it looks. So I decided to use the picket fence as the border because it'll complement this zigzag that we have going on here. So we're going to be cutting it. And I guess I could have cut it before I cut this in half, but that's fine. It's no big deal. We're going to be cutting it just on one of the short ends here. And this being designer paper, I'm just going to go ahead and double it up here. So that way I know that my cuts will match. It shouldn't be a problem because your border maker system should definitely handle, you know, cardstock, so that shouldn't be a problem. If you've never seen the border maker system, you put the creative memory side in to your housing, push it until it clicks, and then these teeth here, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was off camera. These teeth here are just going to fit in the notches like that. So you just slide them through and punch. So you're going to slide your paper into the punch. Slide it down, punch. Slide it down and punch. Super easy. Get this trash out of the way. I can't believe it's the middle of March already. I haven't done a video since last year. I've had so much going on. Had some different illnesses, had retreats, you name it. I've just, you know, been busy and also been a little lazy. So let's just be honest, shall we? Okay, I like how that looks. And now we're going to work on, what is the next one I want to work on? Okay, now we're going to work on, make sure we're in camera here. What is this piece? These orange pieces, which will be our second designer paper. And let's see, do we like how this looks? Or do we like how the pink looks? And again, this says that you're going to use the reverse side, but I'm making that a little hard on myself. I don't want to use either reverse, so I'm going to be using both of these. So I'm going to need a 7.5 by 6 inch piece of both of these, and then a 4.5. So let's decide which one I want to back my photo. And that will help me decide which photo is going to go there. This was an outing we took downtown in Greenville. And it's actually her birthday, but he was so handsome I had to get a good picture of him there. They both look good. All right. 7.5 by 6 inches. I hope it's finally starting to feel like spring wherever you are. It is here. We've had some chilly mornings lately, but we're back up in the 70s today, so it's definitely feeling like spring. Okay, there's our 7.5 by 6 inch piece. And we also need a 4.5 by 6.5. Let's see, is this 4.5? This is only 4. But I have another piece. 4.5 by 6.5. This will be perfect. I had bunch of scraps of this collection anyway, so sometimes if you want to use up scraps with these project recipes, you just have to break it down a little bit more and go cut by cut instead of full page by full page. But it can be done. So we've got those two pieces. Now we need the pink. So we'll do the 7.5 by 6, and then let's see. We're just gonna cut it this way. Here's our 6. Here is our 7.5, and then the other piece is 4.5 by 5.5. And I hope, yeah, I'm still on screen. So 4.5, which is perfect, by 5.5. There's that. Okay, excuse me. We also need to cut mats. I'll need 3 mats that are 4.5 by 6.5. I'm going to wait a little bit on that and figure out what kind of cardstock, what color cardstock I want to use after I've laid it out. And now we have to punch. They've got the same punch down here, but I'm not sure if that's what I want to punch because it was a birthday, so I was kind of thinking of pulling in this, just a little bit of balloons and stars. Which I think would look good. Yeah, I'm not gonna end up using this after all. I'm gonna pull in some cardstock because I want to make it bright. So let's bring out a green. The event, we were outdoors, so green will look nice. We're just going to punch. And like I said, you can tell I'm going a little off the ranch here with this project recipe, but you don't have to be exact with everything. You can just use it as inspiration and make it work for your pictures, make it work for the paper that you have. If you don't like the reverse side of something and it says to use the reverse, well then just cut it in a different paper. If you're using a Fast to Fab that has a wide border, then just make adjustments with your sizes if the measurements allow. So here is our balloon and stars border, and we're just going to cut that in half. Now, is that going to be wide enough? Do I need to make another one? It is. Just cut it at 6 inches. And I'm just going to pull in my little photo trimmer for this. I really love this trimmer. If I have to cut something at 6 inches, that's not a full piece of paper, because then I don't have to worry about pulling the arm out. And super easy. All right, let's put some stuff out of the way here so I can start dry fitting and seeing how it's all going to work together, including where did I put my photos. My photos are in the stack somewhere. You do that. You just keep placing things off to the side, and then everything gets covered up. Here they are. Okay. So we will start by, let's get this trash out of here. Let's start by laying out these pieces. These are going to go all the way to the bottom, all the way to the side. Then we've got pink. Oh, why does this look? Oh, it's 6 inches wide by 7.5. Okay, it just for some reason in the picture it looks skinnier to me, but it works. It works. Okay, that goes there. This is our mat for this side. We haven't cut a mat for this side yet. We've got the handsome boy there. We need another mat for this. A mat for this. And this. Now I wonder, do I want to use the dark green for my mats? Or it's not really dark green. This is actually gamma green, is the color of cardstock I chose. Do I want to use gamma green for my mats, or do I want to use white for my mats? Another question. Will it look weird to have one matted differently? I might want to use white for all of them. Just trying to figure it out. Okay, we're going to cut white mats and see how it looks. Now, this is, there's a way you can cut 4.5 by 6.5 mats from one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. And the easy way to do it is 4.5 plus 6.5 is 11 inches. So you're going to want your paper to start off being an 11-inch square. You can do the same way if you want 4.25 by 6.25 mats. Then you're going to start off with a 10.5-inch square. 5 by 7 mats obviously is easy because you've already got your 12-inch square. So we've cut an inch off. Now we've got our 11-inch square. So what you're going to do is you're going to line this up at 4.5, and then you're going to take your trimmer and go up to 6.5. Now how you do that is the housing has a white mark. Let's see if I can show you. There's a white mark right here on your housing on both sides, and there are numbers on your grid numbers on your trimmer. Your housing has 1 inch on either side of the white mark, so you're going to take it to where the top of the housing stops at 7.5 inches, and then that means it's going to start cutting at 6.5 inches. So, excuse me if my head gets in your way for a minute while I get that up to 7.5. So we're just going to cut down, and that's our 6.5-inch mark. Now, this cut is already at 6.5, so we're just going to line this up to 4.5. Line this up to 6.5 again. Oops, right there it is. Cut down. There's one mat. Line up to 4.5 here. And look, it's already at 6.5. Just cut down. Super easy. There are your 4 mats. You just got this little piece left. So now let's straighten this up a little. if we like the white mats. I feel like that is just, we're gonna overlap that a little bit. What do we think? I kind of like this here. I like how it pulls that from the other side. In fact, I'm wondering, since I've got a pink shirt on there, maybe we do a pink mat right here and then leave the other two white. Why not? We're going to pull out this scrap since I know that other piece of pink is at 6 inches. So we're going to pull this. Oops. This way. 4.5. And I'm going to use the same concept. And then since I'm just doing one mat, I'm just going to flip it over and line that up at 6.5. Find my cut line. There we go. It's been a while since I've done a video, as you all know, so I may have been a little mumbly, and I apologize for that. Sometimes I just think I'm talking to myself, and then I realize I'm talking to you guys. I will do better next time. All right, there we go. I still have some embellishments to do. I pulled out some of these old flowers that I have. I'm not sure if I'm going to like using flowers. But again, like I said, we were outdoors. So I might use some of those. I might pull out some of my spring leaf punch. It's just, I don't want to get too, too busy with my embellishments because I do have balloons and stars here. So maybe I should just do, I've got some balloon stickers. In fact, let me show you those because they actually match the happy birthday, I think. Happy birthday. Yeah. I have, oh, it's actually embellishments. So what if instead of those flowers there, we add a couple balloons. That's kind of cute. I think I might stick with that. Just a hint that it was her birthday. We did other things to celebrate the Gracie girl and her birthday. This was just a downtown outing. So it definitely wasn't the party with her siblings or when we went to Marshall's to buy her presents and treats, but it was still a way to celebrate her. So I wanted to just hint to it on the page with some balloons. There we go. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will definitely try to get one out to you much, much sooner than this one. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Hopefully I'll be on screen with you next time. Thanks. Bye.